Hey everyone, I just wanted to give you some directions on today's assignment, just in case you're a little bit new with Google Earth. It's a really cool thing to kind of use to explore some things. So, directions for today. You are going to go to this link, or you can just type Google Earth in a search and it will take you there. So I'm actually going to show you how to do that. So I'm just going to click on this link. It's going to open up into a new tab. It'll take a minute. Okay. All right. So you'll see that it's kind of loading. Give it some time. Just give it a little minute. Might be taking a little bit longer because I have my recording on. All right. So once you get to this, there's a few features. So the first thing is you're going to go to this magnifier, the search, right? The magnifying glass on the left-hand side. You're going to type in your state. You might want to type in the state capital, but let's say you're doing Louisiana. So I put in New Orleans, Louisiana. That's one thing you can do. Let's say you want to go to Florida. So I'll just put Florida. Let's say that's your state. So you can just go to Florida. Once you click that, it's going to take you there. All right, so that's kind of cool. It will show you the state capital over here, kind of puts a little pin there for you, and you can kind of zoom in if you want. So you might want to stay somewhere near the coastline since we're looking at that. The other thing that's really cool that Google Earth has is you could also look at points of interest in Florida. And so you could go to Walt Disney World if you wanted. You could go to, again, Magic Kingdom, Orlando Resort, the Everglades National Park. That might be a place that I want to visit. So I'm just going to go to Everglades National Park. I think that might be kind of cool to see. I've never been there in real life. And if you're like, yeah, this looks interesting to me, then one thing you could do is you just click this little paper airplane icon. You'll fly there. And it kind of just zooms right in. And you can zoom in even more if you'd like. Now, this is kind of cool, but it's a lot more interesting if you're actually on the ground level. So to do that, you're going to go to that little person that's on the right-hand side. And that person will show you some places you can go. So wherever you see it's blue, that means you can go and explore there. So I'm just going to go here. And it will zoom in. It will take me right to that little location that I zoomed in at. And this is what I'm looking at, right? I know I'm looking at a porta potty, but you can turn your icon around so you can just look at the view. Now, let's say you're like, okay, I'm done with this. You can zoom out. So I'm just zooming out right now. I'm going to go to 3D and just zoom out. It's taking a minute to load. Sorry. It's taking a minute to load. Let me go back to just Florida. If that happens to you where it's just taking you some time, just go to Florida. The other thing that you can also do is, if you notice in my places, there's one that says guided tours. And guided tours is kind of cool because it shows you all these places that are around. So like a coral nursery, that might be pretty cool to check out. So I'm just going to check out a coral nursery. I'm interested in that. And so it gives me all of these potential coral nurseries that I could look at. Ooh, pretty cool, right? That's how they grow coral artificially. And if I want to look at the person view, I'm just going to click that. I'm already there. So I can zoom around, I can turn around, I can look in. And it's kind of cool. I think you can zoom out. Again, you can just kind of drag your icon to look around if there's something that interests you, and you can always zoom in. Just wanted to check out that fish, it's being nosy. But that's another thing that's kind of cool. Again, if you're wondering how did she get there, again, it was those guided tours. I put Florida, that's my pretend state that I'm looking at, guided tours, and just kind of went through, and there's a bunch of different things that you can look at. And you can explore, just the waterways. If you want to put like Miami, I don't know, maybe you're a Dolphins fan, you could put Miami, Florida, and you'll get dropped right in Miami, and you can just kind of walk around the city, see what's going on over there, right? So if you want to go around the city, you're like, this doesn't help me miss, I'm just seeing squares. Click that little person icon, okay, and it gives you a bunch of places. Remember, everything that's in blue is where you can walk around. And so I'm just going to zoom in, and I just want to click right. I want to go right here. I don't know what's there, but it looks kind of cool because it's near the water. So now I'm actually visiting the city of Miami. So this is what you're doing. You click over on these arrows to move forward. Your person can zoom out. You can, by dragging and dropping, you can move around, right? I'm pretty sure you'll kind of get the hang of this. So after you visit your city, again, there's a couple of questions I want you to answer going back to the assignment. What state did you visit, right? It should be the state that you're researching for coastal erosion. What landmarks did you visit in your state? Like I went to the Coral Reef Nursery. You could, wherever you went. What were some cool places you saw, things you experienced, you learned, right? What's some stuff? Explain how your state's coastline or waterways look. What are you noticing? Are there a lot of waterways? Are there a bunch of bridges? What are you noticing in that area? And then would you actually travel to that state in real life, right? What do you think? If, let's just say, you were given a free plane ticket to this state, would you go? Would you be interested in doing that? Why or why not? So that is the assignment for today. I'm hoping that you enjoy it. Have a lovely rest of the day, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Don't forget, make sure that you are submitting this assignment by 2 o'clock today.